So today we're going to learn how to make impossible cake. Have you guys heard the phrase, love and magic are like oil and water? They just don't mix. This was a phrase spoken by Jasper Fforde, a British novelist, who said this. Even though these things don't mix, such as oil and water, what he didn't mention is that these two things complement each other. He's right, they don't mix. When you make something with so much love that it makes it look like magic to your loved ones. Today, I'll be showing you how to make one of the most delicious, famous desserts from Mexico. Some of you might not have heard of it, some of you might have heard of it, or not familiar with it. It's called the impossible cake. Well, you may have not heard of it, and that's what I just said. So I'm here to teach you how to make flan, which is a jello looking thing, dessert, and chocolate cake, and each one with the different techniques, but when you bake them and you make them together, they become one. Impossible cake is a combination of two different desserts that come together to make a delicious one. In fact, it's one of my favorites. I actually learned how to make this dessert because it was one of my husband's favorite ones. So I actually had no idea how to make this, but then I learned how to make it and it was really awesome. The first thing that you need for the impossible cake is you need a lot of things. So you need eggs, right? You need vanilla. You need the cake mix. And it could be chocolate. I love chocolate, but it could be strawberry, it could be vanilla, it could be whatever you want to make it. Chocolate is the best though. You need evaporated milk, and you need condensed milk. Yeah. And you need some tequila if you would like to add tequila to your Mexican dessert, the flan. You don't necessarily have to use it, but I will be using it this time. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to start by mixing or opening up your package and start mixing and follow the instructions in the back, which are pretty straightforward. 3 eggs, half cup of oil, 1 cup of water. You put them in a little container. You mix them, which I already did because I wanted to save some time. And you're going to add some palm oil into the blonde pancake. And you add it all here. So you put it here, and then you mix your chocolate cake mix, and you add it here. So you add it all. You're gonna add about half of it halfway through the pan, and you're gonna have that ready. So you do not want to add the whole mixture in it. You're gonna let it sit for a while because you're going to prepare the second part of it, which is the flan. For the flan, you're going to add the evaporated milk. You're going to add the condensed milk into the blender all together. This is where the vanilla and the eggs, most of the eggs. So this is a really rich cake, but I'm sure you'll love calories. You're going to add 4 eggs. I'm jarring it as fast as I can. 4 eggs into the blender. And then you're going to add like 1 teaspoon or tablespoon, which you can use the lid of your vanilla. And then you can add it into your blender. And then you're going to add some tequila for flavoring. A lot of people say that, yeah, let's add some tequila. To be honest, I don't see the difference between the two. I've made it both ways, but this time around I'm going to add the tequila. And you start blending the flan. Once that's blended, it's really loud, you're going to start by pouring it on one side of the pan with the mix already in there. So you're just gonna pick a side, and then you're just gonna pour it really slowly, or you're gonna try to pour it slowly. And then you're just going to try to fill it all the way, so as soon as it goes all the way across your pan, as it covers the chocolate filled stuff, you're just gonna add it in there, and then you'll be done. You want to go at least 3/4 of the pan. You are going to have extra of the flan, and you're going to have extra of the chocolate, and that's okay, because that way you can make 2 cakes, not 1, but you can make 2. When it's ready, you're going to set your oven at 350, because we are going to follow what this is saying. So you're going to put it for 350. You're going to set it in your oven for 30 minutes, and you're just going to check it as if it was regular cake. Once you put it in the oven, you're going to bake it 30 minutes. You're going to check, and then as soon as that is done, you're going to be like, okay, this is ready. You don't have to worry about the flan, because they both come together and they both make this cake. So at the end, after you cook this, you put it in your oven for 30 minutes, and then you have a delicious impossible cake. This is how water and oil don't mix, yet they complement each other. Or, you know, by making this cake an impossible separation, yet they're not mixed, as you can see, they're not blended, but they're separate, and they're so delicious. At the end, you can add cajeta on top, and you can just decorate your cake like this. You can add that, or you have the option of putting chocolate syrup as well, or you can just eat it plain. I personally like eating it plain, and you can serve it cold. This is how much magic you can also show your loved ones that you have created something special for them. And so, this is impossible cake. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and you can share it with your friends.
Bye-bye.